Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Turing Machine. From the Scorpion Masqué, it plays 1 to 4 players with a solo and cooperative mode and plays in about 20 minutes. So what it's about, Turing Machine is a puzzle deduction game in which players are racing to deduce a 3-digit number from one of 20 puzzles included in the rulebook, or millions of randomly generated ones from the web app. Now each round, players will assemble a 3-digit number using punch cards, which will then create a single hole when overlapped. They will then choose up to 3 of the 4 to 6 queries that are determined at the start of the game, and run their query by holding their card up against the query's assigned verification card. Now if it shows a check mark, then both the number they chose and the target number resolve the query in the same way, but if there's an X, they don't. The players will go on until they deduce the target number, and the player who deduced it with the fewest rounds wins, with ties being broken by the player who used the fewest overall queries. So what I like, if you like deduction and logic puzzles, then Turing Machine is unabashedly that without any pretense. You're simply trying to apply logic to deduce a number. But given that you can use a web app to give you millions of puzzles with various complexity, it's a puzzle game you can keep coming back to, especially since it can be played so quickly. And while the web app doesn't tell you how much or how difficult the puzzle is other than the number of queries involved, the ones in the instructions will tell you how much luck is potentially involved, which is important because deduction games can rely heavily on making lucky guesses to win. And there's also a solo or cooperative mode on the web app in which the players will collectively try to figure out the 3-digit number before a target par number of queries. Now it may be less exciting for large groups, but it's also a quick game, and it serves as a great way to explain the logic of the game as a tutorial before going into the competitive mode. So, points to consider. There's really no interaction in this game, so everyone is basically poring over their own queries and answer sheets, only bumping into each other when someone's waiting for someone else to finish a query that they want. Now, it can feel like you're all taking an exam together with everyone being quiet with their heads down. And the game is really a race, and it can therefore rely on some degree of luck in getting useful information, because if you've happened to ask a variation of a query that yields more information, it can feel unfair when someone finishes faster. And okay, it's not really a Turing machine, and it's definitely not a punch card computer, and that's mostly a gimmick. And while there's a fair amount of fun derived from the novelty of looking through a hole in cardboard for an answer, it's not so much computing as in anything as it's just revealing predetermined answers. So in summary, it's a very simple and pure fast logic and deduction puzzle, though the punchboard and machine aspects of it are largely gimmicks. It has an option for adjusting the puzzle difficulty, but like most deduction games, how quickly you finish can be based on a lucky guess, and the cooperative version serves as an excellent tutorial version of the game, though the actual game is mostly an isolated multiplayer solitaire experience. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and you subscribe to the channel. Thanks.